Hey, what's up? Rip here, another episode. This episode, I want to talk a bit about Sommen, the altar of failure. And when we look at that word, altar of failure, those words, it literally means that. So I just want to talk a bit about DPS and healing, maybe tanks as well. But I want to clear one statement. A lot of pros out there, and I want to use that word pros. A lot of people think that critting 20k or critting 30k or even critting 40, 50k damage, they think that on the charts, and when I mean on the charts, I mean the damage counter. If you're not doing at least 8k to 10k unbuff on a dummy, and when I mean on a dummy, I was probably not the level 1 dummy, the level 73 dummy. If you're not doing 8 to 10k on buff on that dummy, it's gonna be hard for you in Sommen. Any dungeon, as a matter of fact, if you're looking at endgame content, if you're looking at dungeons that require that require gear requirements for progressions, like for example T4 flares, they drop T4 and now Salmon drops T5, both normal and legendary. Those dungeons, when they are not released, they are not easy as many may think. But now with the level 75 cap, and now you can queue into Summon and get the random buff, which increases attack power, healing power, and spell power. With that buff, along with your buffs, and along with doing 8 to 10k on a dummy, you should be pumping out at least 12 to 13k in a salmon run. The reason why you need great DPS for salmon is because the longer the fight, especially on the last phase, the more horrible the AoE damages are. Not just the AoE damage, mind control. You could wipe in 2%, you could wipe in 1%. The mind control, it's pretty much something you gotta have great DPS for any dungeon. If you're looking any dungeon, the better the DPS, the better the runs, the faster the runs, and that's what you call a farm. But if you're not doing that DPS, but if you're buffed and doing 10k on a dummy, that should be good. But if you're not, if you know you're doing 5k DPS on a dummy and buffing and doing 6k to 7k DPS, it makes no sense, and that's the reality of it. You know, a lot of people would see Salmon and they want to do the fight, but they don't know anything about it. There are tons of YouTube videos out there, tons, where you could learn your class, learn your role, learn what you're supposed to do. For example, healing. If you're running with a mage, if you're running with a mage, the mage should help the healer out when the healer gets double mind control, meaning that free will is on cooldown and you can't come out of mind control. So that's when the mage helps the healer. And that's the fastest way to farm summon altar failure, is having a mage. But if you have a great team with pro, so-called pro DPS, you would need another healer. The boss will die in 1 minute and probably 45 seconds for the most. So, and I'm talking about normal, that is. Legendary is a different story. So I just want to let you all know, if you're thinking about farming salmon, if you're a tank, at least have 55k plus HP, 55,000 plus HP. At least have that. You don't want to run salmon at 40k HP where on last phase the boss starts to cast and you die instantly. If you're a healer, well, it's easy for healers in the sense that if you have at least 9k plus healing power and a mage on your team, it's an easy run. If you're looking to solo heal but with good DPS, you should have at least 10k buffed healing power, you know. So that's all I got to say about Sommen. Just to not to hurt anyone or make anyone feel sad, but there are requirements for a reason, and those requirements are needed if you really want to push forward. It takes time. If you are paid to win, well, that's a different story. But for those who are willing to grind to learn their class, you know, there are many videos on YouTube. Take your time, search what you don't understand, what you don't know, how to jam, how to spec, what rotation to use. You know, it's there, and you gotta be serious about it. You know. So that's it, people. Thanks for taking the time, and that's my input. That's the reality of Sommen. Over and out.